Are you ready, my asylum patients? Gothic Slenderman. Hello, my little asylum patients. It is I, the Gothic Slenderman, and yes, it's been quite a while. Over a month to be exact. I had to live in someone else's place for a while till I got a new place ready, a new apartment, and I had to get Wi-Fi for the new place. Let's tell you, it was a bitch. It was a bitch to get Wi-Fi in this place. For one, I got Verizon for Wi-Fi instead of my usual setup, and I'm not calling them a bad service. I'm just saying they sent the one where you could handle it yourself, and I was just like,
don't let stupid and stupider do the stupidest.
So I didn't know what I was doing half the time, and then I actually did it right, but it turns out that this place actually had a cut wire when it came to the phone connection, so we had to fix that, and it was all just... But you know what? It's good. Okay, I like Verizon's speed when it comes to my computer. Uploading videos can be a bitch. The last video I uploaded being the silly iPhone video when I first got Wi-Fi back yesterday. It took almost 2 hours to upload it, but everything else actually runs pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. Why is that, though? So anyway, I told you guys in the middle of January, literally the only video I made that month, that I'm going to open up with a Q&A session. And you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. And since I have a lot of questions, let's not waste any time. Do you like the show Supernatural? Actually, I've never really watched the show that much. I've heard of it, but I've never really seen it. I'm not really much of a TV person as much as everyone else, despite the fact I have DirecTV hooked up. But, it's just me. Have you heard of the band Motionless in White? If yes, do you like them? I think I've heard of them before, but I don't think I've heard their music, so I can't really give a big opinion on who they really are. What kind of dogs do you have? Just the one dog, a little Pomeranian. Let me just get the little bitch out right now. Hey, Nightmare! Baby! 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 Where are you? Spud, come here. Come on, say hi to Daddy. Why are you hiding under the couch like a weirdo? Anyway, a black Pomeranian named Nightmare. The other dog you saw in that video I announced was actually my friend's dog who just ran in. It was a Canadian Husky, I think it is. Or Alaskan, I don't know. I can't really remember, but it was... The whole guy was cute. Not to mention that you're adorable, Nightmare. You just need to get out of the couch every once in a while. Also, do you like wolves? Yes, they were majestic creatures in my opinion, and rather dominant in my opinion. Oh god, you have a big one. Okay, Barry Mission asks... So imagine that after we die, there's an afterlife. Now, not the afterlife like heaven and hell and blah blah blah, but more like the next life. Rather than the term afterlife, prior to entering this next life, you have the decision of which anime world you would be entering and living in until your second death. You retain all of your knowledge from your previous life, but it is only through memories, and you are able to relay them to anyone. Oh, wait a minute. I'm unable to relay them to anyone. And basically, your subconscious would force you to believe that your previous life was just a series of weird dreams, so which anime world would you enter into and why? You could have just said, which anime world would I like to live in the next life, but okay. I actually had to think about this for a while. I would say fairy tale, but I had to, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of fairy tale, and I like the idea of magic, but here's the thing, I found out that only 30% of people in that world can use magic, and all the other 70% are just like, unimportant, like side characters. Or background, even. It's unfair. But then again, I could be like Loxus and have like a lacrima put inside me. So maybe, I don't know, I'd say Earthland, because I'm not going to be eaten by a Titan. Or just be a part of a catastrophic battle from Kill la Kill. Or just be killed off in Blood Sea. I'm just saying. Unless I came in a Kamiga Guild just to hook up with a Kami. What is your favorite band or singer? You know what's weird? I don't really like the big favorites when it comes to games, movies, and video games and all that, because I know that something bigger may come later in my life. But if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say Marilyn Manson. Not just because of his music, but like the kind of person he is. Like, he's more honest, he's more down to earth in my opinion, and more of a respectable person. A lot of people give him shit because, oh, he's not like, he's evil. No, he's not. You're a bunch of dicks. What do you think of Onision? Says Jesus the Frog 42. I know you saw the 10 things I hate about Gothic, but that was really a joke. What do you think of him overall? Yeah, I saw that video and I knew it was a joke. In fact, my comment was about like, I understood the joke, I thought it was funny. for the most part. But honestly, I don't really know that much about Onision. I've heard a lot of things about it, but those are just rumors, and I don't want to fuel rumors on Gothic Slenderman, so to be honest, I don't really know. I watch this I'm a banana banana video, so I did used to watch him a lot at one point, but not as much as I used to. I don't know. How many pets do you have? Just the one. You know, Nightmare, the one I try to get out of the couch because she's being a weirdo right now. Don't question what I'm doing here. What is your opinion on emos? You say that like I hate emos. Well, actually, emo people are actually really interesting. I know a lot of people in the emo part of the subculture don't like me because I made a video in 2014 about the difference between emo and goth, and I said it was a lifestyle. I highly apologize for that, too. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. There are a lot of stupid things I did in 2014. I'm surprised I made it to 10,000 subscribers at that point in time. D says, has 3 questions. 1, do you like potatoes? What do you mean I like potatoes? It's like asking, do I like waffles? Of course I love potatoes. Do you like the band Gojira? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be... I know some of you are probably going to hate me, especially if they're a big band. I don't really know who they are. And the last question is, do you like eating potatoes while listening to Gojira? Well, even if I knew who Gojira was or listened to the music a lot, I probably wouldn't because I'm not a freaking multitasker. I can't eat and listen to music for some reason. I don't know why. I'm stupid. Bradley Roberts asked, who do you think would win in a fight? Death the Kid versus Natsu? I actually thought about this a lot. I mean, like, if you go by the manga stuff, Kid would eventually become the Grim Reaper, Shinigami. But as shown, the Lord Death could be beaten by beings like Ashura, so Lord Death doesn't mean, like, you're a supreme, doesn't mean, like, immortal or anything. And Natsu's gotten so strong over the years in Fairy Tail, especially in the manga, like, his presence literally almost melted the Grand Magic Games arena in the beginning of the recent arc that we're in. So honestly, I think it more depends, because they are, like, opposite characters by personality and fighting style, so I think either if one character slips up, the other could win at any minute. Kid is more precise, but he's also more of a perfectionist with a symmetrical stuff, and he's a projectile fighter. So, yeah, he's good in that part, but Natsu's more of a close-up physical fighter. He's a bit more brave, courageous, but he's also reckless in some cases. So I feel like it could be either one who could win in that kind of fight. Anyway, also, what are your thoughts on the Suicide Squad movie? I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I know what you're talking about, and I've seen trailers, but I don't really know. I'm like an in-between person again. I'm sorry, I'm asking all these questions with a no answer. A Q&A, huh? Yes. Have you ever heard of the game Brutal Legend? Of course I have! As soon as I read your question, I was like, decapitation! But I never played it, so I think it looks like a fun game. I just hope it gets like a remaster or something, so I can actually play it and whatnot. I am going to turn C. Will people make fun of me if I become C and show my true self? Listen, people will make fun of anyone for any reason, whether that be lifestyle, or, I don't know, sexuality, religion, even if it goes down to, like, really offensive stuff like sex and race and whatnot, and, you know, just really horrible stuff. But just more depends on your action of what happens when you be bullied or how far the bullying goes. And I think there's another question here about bullying, and I'll go into more detail about that when I get to it. Favorite goth rock band? Also, what are your opinion on emos? Like I said, I don't really have like a favorite band. Marilyn Manson's my favorite singer, but he's not a band. And I think I already said my opinion on emos. Would you ever set up a way for your fans to send you gifts? Please? Winky face. I've thought about setting like a P.O. box for you guys, but as you guys may already know, I'm a little low on money. I'm not really that great with money. I hate myself with money. But like P.O. boxes cost money, and honestly, maybe later on down the line I will, but not right now, honestly. Can you talk about pastel, cyber? Yeah. Can you talk about pastel, goth, cyber, goth, screamo, and punk? Maybe in my Infinite Shades of Goth video, but we'll get to that point. I was thinking about telling my mom that I wanted to be in the Gothic subculture, but when I brought up the matter, she went crazy and said the Goths are nothing but Slavs and wrist cutters who worship Satan, and I tried to tell her otherwise, but she wouldn't listen to me, and now I don't know what to do. Well, your mom just seems like a respectful human being who just has a wrong opinion about the subject. You see, just because she thinks that Goths are Slavs or Satanists doesn't mean she's a bad person. I know a lot of people will probably think I'd flip out and be like, oh, your mom's a terrible person. But just because people think that way of goths doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means they're misinformed. As long as they, they don't go down the street beating the shit out of goths just because they are goths. It just means they're more misinformed. You know what I was told by my mom when I was in the Gothic subculture? I've been in the Gothic subculture for 5 years, at the beginning when I was a baby bat and whatnot. And she's always told me, let your kids be who they want to be so that they have a better idea of who they want to be in the future. In other words, don't tell your kids what they can and can't be. At least that's what my family's always told me. Hey, so my question is, how much beauty you get in a day? Well, how much beauty I get in a day is the amount of beauties you see in this room. And that's just one. And no one's allowed to touch this beauty.
Oh, yeah, oh!
What jacket are you wearing in this video? It's freaking awesome. Oh, you mean, where is it actually? Fuck. You mean this thing? I actually don't know where I got it from. I think it was a gift from a friend. I think I either got it from 9th grade or 8th grade. I can't remember, actually. I'm terrible at these things. Have you seen the new Star Wars? Am I the only person in the frickin' world who has not seen Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens? Am I? Considering how successful that movie has become, congrats Disney and Lucasfilms. Why is the rum gone?
Why is the rum gone, you bastards?
Notice me, senpai! You've been noticed, and that's not a question. Why does being an adult have to suck so bad? Well, because people have these things called expectations. Then they're unreasonable. It sucks. Goth goddess asks, what do you look for in a partner? I look usually for kindness, like how they treat me as I would treat them. Now maybe people would say goth, but as much as I like Gothic subculture, that's more of a prefer thing. Like, I would like to date Gothic girls, but I'm not going to limit myself to just that. I've dated multiple girls, and most of them were not goth, actually. Let's see. One that would actually have a great sense of humor to the point where they can, stand being beside me, because how I am in my videos is actually how I am in real life. And actually deal with the awkward first couple days of me being an antisocial prick. Because that's just how I am. And 2, do you watch anime? If you do, what are your 3 favorite animes? I love anime! Anime! And my 3 favorite animes have to be Soul Eater, Full Metal Alchemist, and my favorite has to be Fairy Tail. What is your favorite Fairy Tail magic? I actually thought about this a lot. It would either have to be Rogue Shadow Dragon Slayer magic, because for one, it's Dragon Slayer magic. How could you go wrong with that? And 2, it's shadows. I like the idea of controlling shadows. Or Gray's Ice Demon Slayer magic. And yes, it was originally just Ice Maker magic, but he got some Demon Slayer magic from his father. Spoilers, by the way. I'm sorry. So I think it'd be awesome to be able to slay demons with ice. Plus, it would give me an excuse to do this shit. But I won't be able to rip my clothes off, because I don't have an impressive body. If I could, go to Gray, rip off his six-pack, and just tape it on my fat belly, I'd feel a little better. What is your favorite Call of Duty game? I don't really play Call of Duty as much as everyone else, but I'd say you have to be the first Black Ops, because that's the only one I owned, or an old childhood memory of Modern Warfare 2, because I used to piss my sister off by getting the SWAT team shield and walking up to her as she shoot me. She's just like,
Stop, you're being stupid!
I'm just like, because it would take 2 hits to melee them with the shield. It was stupid and overpowered, and I fucking loved it. What do you do when you're getting bullied about the way you look? Well, that more depends on how far the bullying goes. If it's just a few times someone calls you, I don't know, faggot or something just because, oh, a guy dressed as black, then obviously they're looking for a reaction, so usually I ignore it. But if it goes as far as them doing it every single day, or it gets from verbal stuff to physical contact, or they get in your face, then either stand up for yourself, and if that doesn't work, or you just can't stand up for yourself, because I know I'm not going to say those kind of people are weak. I'm just those kind of people may not have, the bravery to do so just yet. It doesn't make them weak or anything. But get someone who can help. And it's not just school. A lot of people think that if you need someone to help you, then you're just a high school student. And it's it's school, go to a teacher. If you're at work and it's another employee, inform the manager. If it's real life, it's walking down the street, get a restraining order or something. All I'm saying is it more depends on how far the bullying goes. And I've dealt with a lot of bullying in my life, not just because of the way I look. I've dealt with bullying my entire life for always being that off kid. Have you ever heard of this YouTube ranter known as Some Guy 827? I suggest you check out this guy kid rant first, that's a favorite of mine. Every time someone wants to suggest a certain YouTuber to me, I always check out that YouTuber. But I haven't checked out some guy do something just yet because I just got Wi-Fi back. I might do that very soon. Considering I just got Wi-Fi back. And I might answer use that question later. So I'm going to do this really quick. Okay. We have 20 questions. Jesus! Thank you, by the way. Question 1, how old are you? 19. Question 2, when did you become a baby bat? 2011, 9th grade. Question 3, what state do you live in? Pennsylvania. Question 4, well, if you won the Powerball, what would you do and who would you share it with? I had to try to relax and, find live in a sustainable place and maybe live in a location I've always wanted to. Give some of it to my family because I know they're going through issues as well. And maybe some to charity because I don't need all of that money. Let's see, number 5, would you ever date a fan? If I ever got to know them, I won't just date a random person because they liked my videos. There needs to be an attachment to anything else. Number 6, so would you ever do meetups? If you mean just meeting a single fan, maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Number 7, I know this already been asked, but would you ever do a fan gift unboxing video? Like I said, P.O. boxes cost money, and I'm not really that great on money, as I already said, but maybe in the future. Number 8, what's your plan for the zombie apocalypse? Hide in this freaking apartment. God knows zombies probably don't know how to open freaking doors. Just board up the place. And people always make, I don't know. I guess I don't need to be in this situation to really know. Anyway, what's your favorite movie? I don't really have a favorite movie. Sorry about that question. Anyway, aliens or not? Oh, fucking course. Yeah. Anyway, what do you think of Scene Kids? They're alright. I don't think of anything bad of them, Number 1, ideal date eating setting. I've thought of this a lot of times, and it has to be like a forest with dead trees and, this thing's be weird. A forest with dead trees, it's snowing, but there's enough snow to cover the grass, and it's the middle of the night, so the moon is pretty big, so it reflects off the snow, giving this moonlight, meaning you can't have this blue light from the snow reflection, meaning you don't need, light to see anything, it's automatically there, and maybe some rocks and tombstones to make it more lively. That'd be the perfect place to fuck. And for a date, Favorite weapon? Oh, that would have to be either a scythe, because that's a Grim Reaper thing, and I love the design of it and how it can be used, or Cloud's Buster Sword, because that thing's fucking huge. Anyway, favorite place to be? Not really an exact location. Places kind of like New York or Los Angeles, where it can be very adaptive. They go from city to beach, or maybe forest-like areas, stuff they help me record and whatnot. Anyway, favorite animal? Penguins! Because they're cute! Would you ever cut your hair? If you mean like a trim, just because it might be too long, kind of I don't know, shoulder length, maybe, I've been thinking about that, but if you mean cut it all off, never! 3 biggest fears: dying alone, broken heart, overthinking. Least favorite celebrity and why? I don't really pay attention to celebrities that much. I think I might have to skip that question, I'm sorry. Trump or nah? Nah, I think Bernie Sanders is a better pick in my opinion. What makes you happy? I love making Gothic Slenderman videos. That really makes me happy. In fact, this month I'm sitting here on this couch, gaining weight and being lonely, I don't know what else to do with my life. Hi, bud. Hi. The last question is a 3-question pair. Do you have any love for pop, punk, or subculture? Sure, I like any subculture. That's kind of, similar to that Gothic subculture. Maybe not all of them, but I'm not gonna hate. There's not one I hate, really. I'm gonna say that. But, I like it. 2, does more of the cringy side of the Five Nights at Freddy's fan base annoy you? In some parts, yes, but every fan base has its ups and downs, even some of the more widely accepted fan bases. There's going to be ups and downsides of the Sonic fan base, Brony fan base, Undertale fan base, Steven Universe fan base, Nintendo fan base, PlayStation, PC, Xbox, I don't know, other stuff that have fan bases that are usually claimed as the worst. Because in my opinion, they're not as bad as everyone wants to make them seem. And the last question being, thoughts on the whole reaction video trend. I thought about doing reaction videos, but then I also remembered they're not really my thing, and I don't really watch reaction videos that much. They're not really my cup of tea, but that does not mean I hate them. I like some of them. I just don't really watch them as much as everyone else, or it's not really my favorite thing to watch on YouTube, but, if other people do like it, that's their choice, because, they have a choice of what they want to watch on YouTube. Why should I judge them on that? The closest thing I've ever watched to a reaction video is Let's Plays, because they are kind of reacting to the video games they're playing. But I don't think that really counts as reaction videos in that case. But to be honest, if you guys like to watch reaction videos, or some of you do reaction videos, I fully support you, even if I, myself, am not really into reaction videos as much as everyone else. Also, I heard the Fine Brothers tried to trademark the word react. Why? Anyway, those are all the questions that you guys have sent me. I've got a lot. If there's one I missed or happen to miss, I apologize. But I think from now on, I'm going to have to limit how many questions I answer, or I'll limit how many can be asked or something like that. Because there's so many I had to go through. It can be a bit iffy sometimes. I mean, like, it can be hard. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, maybe favorite, and subscribe if you'd like to see some more. I make videos, I don't know actually. I need to set up a new schedule or something. Anyway, we all see a fish in the ceiling, at least once in our lives. Shit, mother, I say I'm